Okay, not to leave the car on ramps, you know, I have to remove those clips. I did this one here, and that one over there. You see that last one in the back? That's right there on the pan. And if you didn't have this guy, it would be much more difficult. And even with this guy, it's not easy, but at least like that you can do the whole jobs of oil change in the pan and the oil filter right here in one shot, without even lifting, putting the cars on ramps. So what I have to do now, I just have to fold this one towards the front and put my oil pan over there, and I'm good to go. You know, I don't have to do anything else. Let me show you where to put the pan. Okay, so you see there is the right position, because the cap is gonna be here of the pan, and the filter, you see, is there. So with this one in this position, you can catch all the oil from the filter, from the pan that is here, and then you just slide it off and you close everything. You put a new filter, that's it, done. Easy. Okay, you need a 40mm ratchet, and that's it. Ratchet, and it should be good here, right there. See, almost done. Actually, there is a little bit to go. And we are going to start to work on the filter right there. I hope we have enough light here, but basically, you see, with these clamps, actually you can clamp it really well, and then you just loosen up. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes, like this time, it's really easy. And that's it. Make sure exactly you don't make a mess here. Stay a little bit out, because from there you have enough space. See, so in one settings you can do both, you know. Make it there. You just have to hold this piece, or you put something, you stuck something in between. If not, it's gonna get dirty with the oil. That's it. I found my squeegee attached to my tires, but maybe you can find a better way to do it. But anyway, you see, it was like 5 minutes. That's the old oil filter. I let it drain a few more minutes and the job is done. Super easy and super fast, without lifting the car and without making a mess. Also, they always suggest you to replace the washer, the copper washer. So I'm gonna show you which one I put, and that's it. In this case, I'm not gonna replace it, but I still show you which one I have as a replacement. So you see, that's the one I found that works perfectly, and this is from the Harbor Freight box right there. So in the Harbor Freight you will find it as a 1/2 inch, I believe is that, but I always measure in metric also because it's a Nissan, and that's the M12. So it's gonna be like this one if you have a metric washers. M12 18 1.5, but of course the half inch is gonna work. This diameter is 11.5 millimeters, so it is gonna work. That's what I use. So in this case, let me see what there is more light. Analyzing the washer, you see that's already worn out, especially on the inside. There is a cut over there, so you just replace it with a new one. So always check carefully the washer, because this one, it may work or it may leak. It will probably leak because there is like a dent over there, so just make sure you put a good one. So that's it. I put the new filter in, see right there. I tight the bolt in the bottom, push the pan over there, so it's easy to remove. That's gonna be clean easily. And of course I have my base board that's helping to contain the leaks. And then I'm gonna remove it, clip that back up, and we are good to go. A little problem here with the funnel that you see, it doesn't reach. So unless you remove, you can remove the plastic, that's not difficult, or you just get a longer funnel. I decided to remove the plastic, so I also show you where 1, 2, 3 and 4. So basically, and then I show you, you put it in and then you slide it down back on those. That's what it is. Right now it's much easier. Oil I always put is the 0W20 Mobile 1, full synthetic, and I put the ultra synthetic frame. They are guaranteed up to 20,000 miles, so that's pretty good, and they change every 10. This time it was 8 because I had the old filter. It was the lowest grade, so I didn't want to risk anything. This car has to do a lot of miles. Right now it's only 37,000. You see, that's what it is, and it's done. It has to go like that. 2 sides, and be careful not to break, not to push any of those connectors. You're good to go. And then you push it here in the back. One is here and the other is here. Push it down and you're fine. So what I do when I start the car, and this always come here to check that the oil filter is not leaking, because that would make a big mess. Because you see here we have the belt very close by. Okay, so that's the only thing you have to check. That's not leaking. And I go on the timing belt, on the serpentine belt, and of course the bottom, if you had it well, is not going to leak, at least for today. But you just clean it, you just wipe it off, and you touch it with your hand. After you turn it off, and you will see if it's leaking or not. See what I do? I just keep visually checking here with your hand, and then where the cap is, put your hand, see, and it has to be clean. If not, of course, you have to check again, especially the washer, because it's not going to leak because of you didn't put enough torque, but it's because obviously the washer, it's broken, it's not working. Then you take your squeeze away and you go for the most difficult job, that is inserting those clips again. Good luck. Let me see if I can make a video of the one is over there at the end. I don't know if I can show it. There's only one over there, there is nothing here. And then there is one here and one here for both. And this is for bottom, this is for the filter one here. nothing else. So don't look for more clips. Then there is one clip over there, but I'm not removing that. I'm just removing 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's the one at the end over there. Oh, you can see that there is a hole here, but it's above the bolt here. There is not. That's the one. That's it. I do, then I put the exhaust oil back in the bottle, and you see that I have pretty much my 5 quarts. That means that the engine worked really well and then didn't leak almost anything. And this one is gonna go back to the auto parts store where they can recycle. That's it. Let's check from the manual that comes with the car how much oil it's requested, because it's a little bit more than 5 quarts. You see, with oil filter it requires 4.8 liter or 5 1/8 quarters. So now we're gonna check carefully with the stick over there, the yellow one, to make sure that we have the right quantity. So the stick here, you just pull it out and you clean it, you wipe it off, and then you put it back in. You see there is that slide over there? Let me show you. It's kind of where you have to push it in. See that? So you're gonna have to go in on that little slide, and there is the hole. See, right now it's going in. You leave it in all the way, and then you put it out. So when I pulled it out, I don't know if I can focus, but it was like half. Then of course, leaving it like that. Okay, leaving it like that is gonna move, but it was like in the half, you know. You see that range here? So it was in the half here. So we are pretty good. Ooh, you can add one more cup to go in the highest. But I've seen that this car doesn't have any oil consumption because Pro is a new engine. So I can also leave it like that in the half of the scale. Okay, so 36,700 miles, 1,000 miles, and we go here with the buttons up to the settings. Then you press the wheel, then you scroll with the wheel up to maintenance. You press and press service again, and it says engine oil service due in 1,480 miles. To reset, press OK. Confirm, yes. And then it's gonna be 10,000. Okay, 9,941. I already cut 60 miles. Why?